If you're not aware, Nadia is back in the news. If you don't know who Nadia is, she is a Call of Duty Warzone streamer. She's been under a lot of, or been mixed up with a lot of controversy around whether she's a cheater or not, whether she hacks in the game. Personally, I don't think she's actually hacking or cheating, but there's no real way to tell. I mean, there's definitely things that look sus at times, but I think a lot of times those can be explained away if you are a decent player at FPS games, because you do learn to do certain things in the game that if you were a new player or a casual player would look like cheating to you, but you would know to do it just because you have so much time under your belt. But apparently some new stuff came out, so we're gonna watch the video and see what's going on. So let's go ahead and jump into it.
Call of Duty Warzone streamer who's been in cheating controversies ever since she blew up on the scene. She has made her entire this is probably what he's about to say. She has made her entire career, by the way, off of like being accused of being like a cheater and a hacker and all of this different stuff. I mean, she literally has dove headfirst into the controversy and has used it to accelerate the growth of her content exponentially. Entire brand out of this controversy, and so people are always watching her like a hawk to see what else she would get herself into. If you thought being a cheater was bad, just wait, because despite everything she's known for at this point, she somehow manages to take things a step further. Shout out to my Patreon members for supporting me, and check out the link if you'd like to support the channel yourself. With that being said, let's jump right into everything once again. Last time we covered Nadia on this channel, her father's YouTube channel had all the videos wiped after people found out the username ADK Commander was known for running modded lobbies in the past, and people were able to connect her name to the account. Since then, she's tried to wipe as much of that name off the internet as when searching that name on the tech game website.
I'm not super familiar with the ADK Commander, if I'm being honest, so I can't really comment too much on this part.
Now, rather than the multiple others beforehand. People would also find more proof of her not outright admitting to cheating, but alluding to it after getting cut from the Omit clan after they noticed her KDA spiking up 3 points in just a small amount of time. Funnily enough, admitting over a year ago she VPNs in Brazil, just like how we recently discovered in my last video. During a live stream while telling the story, she admits to having a contact from within Activision, which is crazy given how much bad press she is, but whatever.
So before TwitchCon, I wanted to like fake a ban, like actually like fake a ban on live and then just like go ghost for 3 days. And they were like, I asked Activision and they're like, no.
She was actually flown out in a helicopter by Activision as well, meeting up with Marcel of the Basically I Do Work YouTube channel, so it's clear Activision's priority is money first until she becomes too much bad press to handle, which falls in line with them admitting in a lawsuit that they work with known high-profile streamers that use cheating software. Money over morals, I suppose. While playing Modern Warfare 2 away from her home, the best female Call of Duty player would put up a godlike 16 and 40 KD in a game, and at one point even reacted to Call of Shame, the person who's been exposing her for months now, and tried to claim they were editing numbers in their videos, in which they would respond so.
Nadia decided to make some comments about one of my videos. I accused her of competing in a lobby of 0.67 and provided evidence of my findings. Nadia claimed I manipulated the screenshot in a bot lobby of 0.67.
Wow,
Yet,
they
the second
edited
best
that?
player in the game
Look
had
at
twice
this,
as many
bro.
deaths
They
than
edited
kills.
my lobby.
Nonsense. As you can see, here it is again. Call of Shame does not manipulate clips.
Activision would send her a gift of a golden skull while streaming at Infinity Ward Studios, thus showing they were fully supporting her because she makes them money and brings attention to the Call of Duty brand. While Nadia is known for being a cheater, she's also known for being extremely toxic when playing Call of Duty, as there are multiple clips out there of her talking shit to people, either because they called her a cheater, trash, or because she's just straight up toxic.
I know you're not talking with your 2 kills over there, right? Like surely you're not talking shit. You're fucking garbage. Shut your dumb ass. You are fucking ass at this game, brother. Shut your dumb ass up. Take my cheats off. You think you're so bad you think I cheat, brother, and you have fucking 2 kills. Shut the fuck up.
All right, so what I'll say here though is, listen, and I mean, I'm probably gonna, I know how this goes. I'm gonna get called like a white knight in the comments or whatever, or simping for Nadia, whatever. Happily married, 2 kids, not interested in the least. But dude, if this was a guy talking like this in a game, like nobody would be calling him toxic as no, like, dude, that like all of what she's saying is normal, like talking in a competitive game, like when people get killed and like clapping back at people and I don't know how you can call it toxic. I mean, again, if it was like Ninja doing this, nobody would be like, oh, he's so toxic.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. Bitch, shut the fuck up before I come over there, fuck your mom, become your fucking stepmom and ground your dumb ass bitch. So shut your dumb ass up.
Again, all of that stuff, like normal stuff you would hear gamers say. Sorry, it's just true. Like you would hear all guys, oh, come on here, your mom. Like, it's all...
Shut your dumb ass up. Shut your dumb ass up. 360 damage. Shut your dumb ass up.
This toxicity was so bad that she even got voice chat banned from the game, showing that even despite Activision supporting her, they thought she was taking it too far, and that's saying something from a company that works with known cheaters.
Nadia recently uploaded a video bragging about a 1v6 clutch in Search and Destroy. At first glance, it would appear that she clutched the round with complete legit gameplay. However,
honestly, what these guys should do is thank Nadia for growing their own channels.
this is never the case.
Just saying.
Let's break this down.
And apparently I should as well. Nadia, thank you for growing my channel, because now I'm watching and reacting to this.
Enemy footsteps.
Oh Lord.
And spots the other enemy coming down the stairs. But look, there's that check at that 2D radar. Why does she need to look at the bottom corner of her screen? Now she knows exactly where the enemy is.
Soon after getting voice chat banned, an Activision employee named Shanice, who people claim to be the one that got her into contact with Activision in the first place, would try to get her unbanned, as Nadia would point out herself in a live stream while still having issues.
Yeah. It is Activision.
You didn't get a notification or anything though.
I did, but then it went away because Shanice messaged me saying that I'm not banned. Like she said that they took care of it because I was actually a 3-day ban, but now the notification's gone. Like everything's gone. And it's still not working.
In a video she posted showing off her new car after moving in with a bunch of other streamers, she was going through her room when she accidentally showed she uses foot pedals, which are common for cheaters to use so that people can't see them turning the cheats off and on with their hands while streaming.
Moving out, just want to make sure that I have that on top.
Now it's pretty known already she's a
Dude, I am convinced that this chick is planning that on this. And I don't actually mean like that in a derogatory way, but this knows exactly what the she is doing. She knows 100% what she is doing, and she's a genius. All right, she's a genius. She is playing these 12-year-old boys that have nothing better to do. 100%. I mean, maybe she actually uses the foot pedals for some. I don't know, but dude. I'm convinced that she made sure those were in that shot for that vlog.
Cheater, and the toxicity was just adding more fuel to the fire, so things are at a weird standstill. Activision and other streamers are clearly supporting her because she brings in money, attention, and views to themselves, and even though everybody outside of Twitter knows she's a cheater and an asshole, people would still debate about her. Call of Duty has always been known as a game full of toxic people saying the worst stuff possible, so some people would write it off as part of the Toxic Gamer Act and nothing more.
Okay, apparently that's me as well, because I said it's kind of normal.
Whereas others truly believe she was a toxic person. Even I initially wrote it off as just an act because it's common for people to talk shit in Call of Duty, but what Nadia does next throws that all out the window.
Oh, okay, let's see. This could be the smoking gun.
December 15th, 2022, Nadia was banned off of Twitch. And to say people were excited was an understatement. Call of Shame immediately jumped on that and made a video, and people were celebrating in the comments on the initial Twitter post. Nadia would post a tweet saying that someone was spamming rude messages in the donations and that she got banned for calling them by their first and last name for 14 days before deleting it. At first, people just assumed this was the donation name, but then it quickly turned out that Nadia straight up doxed the dude by looking at his full name through PayPal and proceeded to read and spell it out loud in a malicious manner after he called her a cheater.
People will donate $1 to me and they'll hate. So I just want to say, Daddy Slayer, I know you used your name as Daddy Slayer and you said enjoy using cheats. But what you don't know is that when you send me money on PayPal, it actually gives me your full name. So thank you for the $1 dono. For whatever reason, you find actual time to do something in your fucking life because now you look like a fucking idiot. Again. And then
Okay. I don't know that I can stand up for Nadia on this one. I mean, again, I think she definitely rides the wave of being a cheater and using that to grow her for sure. I mean, she's definitely leaned into that. And I don't know if she actually meant for this to be malicious. I mean, obviously no one knows somebody else's intent. I mean, we can all make guesses. So I don't know if like she meant this to be malicious or if she was just trying to like, you know, tiptoe across that line again. But I mean, whether somebody's talking or not, I mean, whether somebody's being rude or not, I don't know, man. To dox somebody online, I don't know if that is the right thing to do. I'll tell you what, man. There's part of me that thinks you go, girl. I mean, because there's part of me that's like, dude, if these motherfuckers want to harass her and then why can't she call out what their real names are? They're the ones choosing to donate. And if you don't know that PayPal gives your real information to people when you give them money with your PayPal account, that's kind of on you, man. But with all that said, even if he did deserve it, even if, you know, it's kind of deserved, probably not a good look for a streamer to dox somebody on the internet. I mean, because to me, it would be no different than, let's say, if a streamer was using a VTuber or you know, a virtual streamer, you know, they were using like an anime character or whatever type of character, and like somebody found out who they really were, you know, like Dream before he did his face reveal, and like they doxed him, like that would be just as wrong. Like if somebody wants to keep their anonymity online, I think they should be able to do so. Again, if you're donating to somebody, I mean, you got to know like your real information's there, or at least I feel like you should. If you're smart enough to be watching Twitch and donating and stuff on Twitch, you obviously know technology enough that you're not like some old grandpa doing it. And you should know that, you know, if you use PayPal, people are going to get your real info. So I don't know. If you want to talk on a streamer and you don't want your leaked or whatever, use cryptocurrencies, all right?
Space, if anyone wants to know. Thank you for the $1 dono. Appreciate that. That will go towards my McDonald's Happy Meal fund. Appreciate that again, man.
She would then post a new tweet being a lot more vague about the ban, and in doing so would hide a bunch of tweets calling her out for doxing someone on her stream. Suddenly, her act of being a toxic gamer became pretty clear it wasn't an act, and she's actually a piece of shit person through and through. It gets weird though, as instead of being banned for 14 days like how Twitch said, they would unban her in only 6 short hours, causing another uproar about Twitch and their known bias when it comes to catering to popular people. She would actually tweet bragging about getting unbanned before deleting it due to the bad publicity, and then decided to make a response video on YouTube, which is surely something alright. She starts the video trying to say she had no idea why she got banned, and then tries to pity people to feel bad for her despite being an actual bad person.
Looked at my phone, the bunch of messages saying that I was banned. I was terrified. Like, I can't imagine what I do in 2 weeks of not streaming. I love streaming. I don't even like to take days off because how much I love it. I look forward to this every day. So when I saw that, I genuinely was scared, and it was probably one of the most terrifying moments of my life.
She then gets into why she got banned, and it's honestly pathetic to see how she tries to play it off like she's the victim in the situation, using tricky language to try and downplay what she did.
But looking back at it and having the time to reflect, I realized that wasn't the best way to combat the hate, and I should have played into it.
Okay, so I mean, she acknowledges that wasn't the best way to combat the hate. So again, I don't know that it was malicious or not.
Play into like hate comments and stuff, how I troll them back, but I didn't. And like I said, in a moment of weakness, I kind of just said what was on my mind, and I realize now that I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, guys, she only said his.
Wait, so how did she? Dude, this guy is 100% biased, man. This guy's 100% just a hater, dude.
First and last name maliciously.
I mean, he like says that she like, I mean, she literally just said like, yeah, I f***ed up. I mean, like, I don't know how she was like beating around the bush or whatever there. I forget exactly how he said it.
Because he called her a cheater. It's just one big mistake, everybody. She then gets into how.
Wait, what? Hold on. Let's go back a minute. I gotta go back a minute.
I realize now that I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, guys, she only said his first and last name maliciously because he called her a cheater. It's just one big mistake, everybody. She then gets.
It could be one big mistake though. Like, it's so easy to jump on this train of like cancel culture and like somebody makes a mistake and like to take the pitchforks to them and light their ass on fire. Like, dude, all humans do f up. Like, all humans have moments of weakness where they might get angry or mad or pissed off or sad or whatever emotion that they're feeling, and say something that they shouldn't say or do something that they shouldn't do. Everybody. The guy that made this video has done it in his lifetime. To say you haven't is retarded. Like, I'll be honest. Like, the only reason I reacted to this video is because my editor, Mark, sent it to me and was like, oh, I'd love for you to react to this. I think it would be good. So I am. But this is why I stay out of this type of like drama stuff, because most of the time, people on both sides are dumb, dude. Like, they're dumb on both sides of the spectrum.
Moment of weakness, and that she shouldn't have done that. Yeah, no, you dox somebody. This whole "I shouldn't have done that" statement is ridiculous because it's not just some normal mistake like calling someone a bad name. She literally went out of her way to go to this guy's PayPal name and read and spell it out loud multiple times.
No, she didn't take the time to go. I mean, she got the dono, read it, and had his info. I mean, I'm sure because she's doing her donations and stuff, she has the already up on her screen. So it isn't like she necessarily meditated on doing all and like making a decision of like, should I go to my PayPal and bring it up and look at his name and reveal that name to everybody? No, she's a streamer, dude. She already had that up in the background. Guarantee you she was pissed off about the comment, pissed off about constantly being accused of cheating. Like, she just brought it up, saw his name, was like, oh, such and such a name. I mean, in essence, that's basically what she did. Again, I mean, I don't know 100%. I mean, she could have 100% did it maliciously. I don't know. I think these people, like Lanza right here on YouTube, I think they are just as much riding her fame and the her cheating wave as much as she is. They're literally doing the same thing she's doing, riding that wave all the way to the bank.
That's not a mistake. That's a purposeful act of malice. The rest of
purposeful act. Again, you have no idea that. You're implying intent that you just don't know. And again, I'm not trying to necessarily stick up for this chick. Let's be clear, for all I know, this chick is a cheater. For all I know, this chick is toxic as... I don't know a lot about Nadia, if I'm being completely honest. But from what I do know, I mean, it just seems like she got accused of cheating. She was smart and she has planned content to make it look more and more sus that she is a cheater because she knows it's getting her views and she knows it's getting her an audience. That's all there is to it.
the video is her saying how she blew up so quick and such, and how she's just human and trying to learn and whatever.
I kept getting a donation that popped up on my stream labels, and it was a person that was sending me hate, and the name was anonymous, and they did it 4 times. I was confused because, one, I'm just like, okay, the first time, you know, I do get hate on donations sometimes because, you know, they think it's funny to just have it pop up on the screen, and I usually do get that. This is not new, but I haven't had somebody do it 4 times in a row. When I saw that, I was honestly really irritated, and in a moment of weakness, I said, when you get a donation on your phone, the name of the person pops up. So I said,
see, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, and she's 100% right. And I said this before she even said it. She didn't make a decision and go and act on this in terms of, I'm not saying she didn't make a decision, but I'm saying there wasn't like the guy in this video is trying to make it sound like she meditated on doing this. Like, it pops up when she gets the dono. Like, your real information pops up to the person that you're giving the payment to, whether that's a donation through Twitch or whether you're buying an item off of them, off of whatever, like that information pops up. So she saw it and said it out loud. Again, not justifying what she did. I think it was wrong, and I think it is wrong to dox people, but to imply that she, as this guy is doing, that she 100% like did it intentionally and like thought about it and it was meditated on and it wasn't like an accident or it wasn't a moment of weakness or whatever you want to call it, it's just BS.
person's first and last name. And I just want to point out that all I did was say his first and last name. I know that there's rumors going around that I leaked the address of the person, but I didn't. I only said their first and last name.
You know, guys, despite her doing what is potentially the worst act in online,
and I mean, even so, considered the worst act, this guy. I mean, if she did, I don't know. I didn't actually see this happen like on stream or anything. But if all she did was leak his first and last name, I don't know if that's completely necessarily a dox. I mean, my name I think is pretty unique, Derek Salyers, but there's multiple Derek Salyerses in the world. I'm not saying people can't figure out who it is and they won't harass them or whatever, supporters of Nadia, but still, it is just a first and last name. And number 2, this guy says the worst thing you can do online. Listen, if you're giving your information to somebody and then you're surprised when they dox you or something, when you're acting like a how much of that responsibility is on yourself? Like, use a account that isn't tied to your real name, dude.
Content creator can do, despite her showing her true colors to thousands of people on the internet. Let's take her word in this instance and believe she won't dox someone ever again. It was just a one and done situation after all. There's definitely not a second clip out there of her doxing another
Oh, all right, I mean, I was kind of on the side of Nadia, but let's see.
Person that flew under the radar during this entire situation, right?
Yo, Bitmoji Detector. Thank you for the $1 dono. I appreciate that. Well, let's find out your real name. Lucas. E. N. Lucas. Thank you so much for the $1 donut, man.
Yeah. She deserves to get banned.
All right. I mean, do it once, you know, shame on you. Do it twice, shame on me type thing. Yeah, I mean, if she's doing it multiple times and didn't learn, I will say still, just to play the devil's advocate, because I still think this chick gets tons of hate that isn't necessarily warranted. And again, maybe I'm completely wrong and she's 100% a cheater, but like maybe she was doing this and like, you know, now that she got the backlash, she won't do it, which not necessarily make it right, but sometimes you do stupid till you kind of get like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. And then you're like, oh, this is not. I think people think that they're born with morality and you're not. It's learned. So just saying.
Banned for life on Twitch and lose any sort of relevancy and fame after showing that doxing people is a pattern of behavior from her. Now we're in a very interesting spot once more, because not only is Nadia a cheater, she's also a toxic malicious doxer who exposed your private info as you as much annoy her while streaming. She's not sorry for what she did, she's sorry it might permanently affect her livelihood, and that second clip of her doxing another person proves she doesn't care about anyone except herself. Nadia is through and through an awful person. She built her career off cheating her way to the top, and now that she's there, she's trying to hang around other streamers so that they could all legitimize her in the Twitch streaming business. It's nepotism at its finest.
This is what doesn't make sense to me. Like, again, I mean, that definitely the second clip, I mean, that's bullshit. Whether you could make a case, whether it's right or wrong, or whether what she did wasn't that bad, I mean, you could make that case, and I would be on the side of kind of in the middle if I'm being completely honest and open and honest about it. But nonetheless, I mean, I just don't see, like, why would all of these big streamers and all these other people associate with her? Why would Activision associate with her, all these people, if she's actually a cheater? And I know that people are going to say, oh, for the money. But you're telling me all these people are willing to risk everything that they've worked for, all of their reputations, when a lot of them are already big streamers, when Activision already has tons of other streamers of their content and are huge, and have no reason to care if one big streamer disappears. It just doesn't make sense. And that's the problem I have with most of this type of, like, these types of videos and stuff against Nadia that I've seen, is maybe she is a cheater, 100%. Maybe she is a toxic piece of shit, 100%. But like, the shit these guys claim in their videos is just as dumb, and they're claiming it just as much to get the views and that they're accusing her of doing all this stuff for the views and so I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to me.
She moved into a new house with streamers. None of them are talking about this situation, surprise, surprise. And she's hanging around them because the bad publicity hasn't affected them yet. Until the situation gets bigger, they'll all just move forward.
Wait, what did that say? Let's see. I didn't read what that said. It went kind of quick. Also, Activision did block me from competing in the 100K Fortunes Keep because Nadia was playing in it. They said I harassed her. I found that quite hysterical, to be honest.
Around them because the bad publicity hasn't affected them yet. Until the situation gets bigger, they'll all just move forward and try to downplay what's going on, but once it affects their image and them personally, that's when they start to drop her, whether it's Twitch, Activision, other streamers, or all three. There are very few moments on the internet where someone makes a genuine mistake and deserves a redemption, and despite what Nadia thinks about herself, she doesn't deserve that at all. Her whole brand was built off being a cheating, toxic, and now malicious person, so why should I or anybody give her the benefit of the doubt? After all this went down, she recently said she wants to
because she's making you rich.
Quit Warzone to now
she's making you actually have a channel.
Focused on Twitch just chatting, and her bottom tier IRL vlogging content on her YouTube channel, which seems to be a sign of her tucking her tail and trying to avoid this controversy now that it's actually starting to affect her.
Or like most content creators that make it, once they do and then money's no longer an issue, they realize that a lot of the content that they're creating specifically for views and stuff. And I don't mean that in like a negative way. I mean, like, you know, they're doing like any other creator does as they're trying to grow. Even myself, they make more and more content. Just like this guy, he knows reporting on Nadia is going to get him views. But then when you get to the point where money's not really an issue because you made it, you kind of get back to the roots of like, hey, I just want to make the content I actually enjoy making, whether it gets the views or not, whether it's considered bottom tier content or not. So
I can't wait to see where this goes, because if Nadia keeps heading further down this toxic path, we might end up with one of the most interesting downfalls on one of the most toxic online content creators in recent memory.
Nothing will ever happen with it. Nothing will ever happen with it, in my opinion. she will continue doing what she's doing. Again, I just can't believe all these people would be letting her just get away with it if she was actually cheating. Call me naive. Call me crazy. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Maybe you disagree with me 100% and you think this chick is the biggest cheater in all the world. The evidence I have seen can be explained away. It might not be like the best evidence, but I've never seen the actual smoking gun. And here's the thing. Almost every content creator that does cheat ends up getting caught. And normally pretty quickly once people start suspecting them. I've not personally seen where people start suspecting that somebody is cheating and then they continue to get away with it for like years. I mean, because at this point, Nadia has been being accused of cheating at least like over a year now that I remember. Maybe even like 2 years, going on 2 years. I don't know. I've just not seen that. I mean, she's either really smart and really good at hiding it, or it just doesn't make sense. Anyways, would love to hear what you think. Let me know down in the comments below. Appreciate it. Love your face, fam. I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, peace out, everybody. Later, nerds. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button. Peace.